It's just about giving honest opinions and honest viewpoints about gear. And some people are going to like it. Yep. Some people are going to agree. Some people are going to hate it. But that's what we do.
No.
What's up, guys? So today we're going to be talking about the comparison when it comes to the Overkill bench shirt and the SDP from Inzer. If you guys don't know what SDP is, it's a super duper phenom. It's their top of the line bench shirt, the one with the really big thick collar. It's been tested and proven time and time again. Baby. Yep. It's been around for a long, long time. And we're going to be comparing it to the Overkill bench shirt. You got a triple ply? Triple ply Overkill bench shirt. Mm-hmm. We're going to be using Zach as our example because he's the one that's used both. Let's start with... Hi, my name's Zach. My name's Jeff. We're going to be... I love that fucking movie. So... Let's start with SDP.
All right.
What do you like about the SDP? What has been your experience with it? What have you hit in the SDP? And what is your final thoughts and recommendations about it?
Oh boy, the old SDP. I love it. Yep. For one, the margin of error in the SDP is very large. The groove in it gives you a lot of flexibility. I think it's a great shirt for all skill levels. There's a lot of rebound and pop at the bottom of it. I love the way it loads. I know I don't have to worry about it. I can get to a 2-board, and all I know, if I just keep fucking pulling down and tucking, it's touching. I don't have to worry about it. I'm also a bencher who benches with my head back. I don't tilt my head up. I can just sit there and let that baby load. She comes straight down. No problem whatsoever. I love it. It's great.
That's it, guys.
I mean, I'll turn the sleeves inside out if I need to, but I just know with that shirt, I trust it. I trust an SDP all the way. I know what I'm getting out of it, and I know what I can do in it. I can load it very well, and I get all the rebound in the world after of it. And I know the touching in it is probably one of the easiest of all the shirts out there. And I just use a 2-ply, just like that, a size 54.
Yeah, that was a 2-ply.
Except I had the black material. It's an older shirt, but I love it.
I think nowadays you can only get this material.
The blue, yep.
Yeah, I think you can only get this color material now.
Mine was a hand-me-down from a buddy, and I still can get massive. So the best I've ever done was 675 to a 1-board. It was super easy. I loaded it very well, and it popped so well out of the bottom. Because I know if I just keep loading and tucking, it's going to come. I don't have to fight it. I don't have to force it. I'm not going to run out of air before it gets to me. And I know on the way up, if I just push straight up, she's going. I don't have to worry about it.
I agree. I've really liked that. I know we said we are going to use Zach, but I just got to interject. I've used the SDPs myself. Like I have one. I love it. I've hit, it's, for me, I'm still learning my technique and my groove with a lot of different equipment. But with the SDP, I found that when I got into it, even when I was a little bit too small and it was a little bit too big for me, I found a groove that was so easy.
Forgiving?
Yeah, it was so forgiving to me that I was hitting triples with usually things that when I get into a metal shirt or any other shirt was, a single, and it was a struggle bus single for those. But I was hitting triples with the same weight. So I got to agree. I really do love the SDP. Really do love it. What have you hit as far as your weights in training with an SDP?
I've hit... I think the best I hit with reverse bands, just mini greens, was like 755 or something. Full range of motion. No, that was at Cell Block, baby!
Cell Block. Shout out to Cell Block. We do have video though, and I think I can dig up some videos of Zach using his SDP during training.
Fuck, I was at Super Training and touched 635. So we can put that up.
Shout out to Super Training Gym as well.
I love you. Smokey, I love you, buddy, and I miss you. Also, I know my little buddy Sullivan's going to watch this. I love you, buddy. Good people out there. Even Mark Bell told me SDP is the best shirt ever made. He has his red shirt hung up at the office.
You guys don't know who Mark Bell is. I mean, you guys know who Mark Bell is.
He's a good dude.
But, so to go back, we really love the SDP.
I fucking do. It's my baby.
So in comparison, though, we have, and you have, this is not a triple ply, but Zach has a triple ply Overkill bench shirt, which he's used a few times now.
Multiple. A whole training cycle.
Okay. Yep. What is your opinion about the Overkill bench shirt?
Now, it is definitely a shirt for a more experienced and skilled lifter. And Rudy will tell you this before you order. He will ask you what you bench, your body weight, and relativity. He's going to ask you your strength level and recommend. Now, I have a red and a black Overkill. My black is just a single ply, and my red is my triple ply. Now, that's because Rudy even advised that more people are hitting bigger benches in the red material comparative to his black. So I got the triple ply with what I can bench. He was like, fuck yeah, get the triple ply.
Now, do you think the red one is because people are doing that because the red one's a little bit more forgiving?
Yes.
Yeah.
And forgiving in an Overkill shirt is a very loose term, let me tell you.
Yeah.
That margin for error is small. And actually, the other day in my 2-board work, in one of my warm-ups, I was doing, I think, 6 plates. And I'd moved out of the groove half an inch. And, man, the shirt bolstered up on me real quick. And I had to correct myself. It was a struggle. It struggled.
You got to stay in your lane with Overkill
We
stuff.
recovered. But definitely noticeable. It was a tiny, tiny margin for error. That bubble, as we call it, was a very small. It's a very small groove of the Overkill, and if you miss it, you're gonna be fucked.
Yeah.
I have even tried to touch it, and couldn't do it.
We have video of that, don't we?
The shirt just kept bunching up on me. No matter how hard I would try to just tuck and row and do everything I could to force it, throwing quarters on, going up plate.
You put your head up too, didn't you? Like I think Zach is one of those benchers where he can keep his head down relatively no problem. I think I could be mistaken, but I think in that video also, like you're even trying to throw your head up to kind of to give that little forgivingness, because like you said, if you miss that small margin of a groove that you need to stay into, it's just coming. It's gonna go. But
it was, oh my god, I could not get it past a 1.5 board. No matter we got up to a little like right at 7, right over 7 with just mini bands for reverse bands. Couldn't do nothing to get it to touch, and it came up fine, but touching it, good god. And then going back and reviewing my film and talking to some other guys who were way better benchers than me, said I needed more weight. Now you have to understand, when you hear that term, you need more weight. It's not always a positive thing. If I need 750 with no bands, or just between 7 and 750 to open up in that shirt, I don't want to do that. That's a high risk.
Yeah, that's super high risk.
That's a big opener I don't want to take. As an SDP, I think for me an SDP, I need at least, it's like 550, 600 to touch, which is fine. That's comfortable for me. An SDP, again, I know that when I hit a 2-board range, I just keep tucking, it's coming. Overkill? Fuck no. My experience so far has not been. And this thing has been, I've worked in it, I've sweated in it, I've watered it a couple of times, which is careful. You got to be careful. You don't want to overwater a shirt. I've watered it once, and just still could not get it to touch. It kept bunching, and I've adjusted the collar all the way down, midway up, adjusted my sleeves, didn't tuck them, and I just could not find the value for me for the big bench.
We're talking about the super duper versus a triple ply
overkill,
which is a big difference. Yep. Triple ply overkill. We're not talking about any other variation of the overkill shirt. We're talking about the triple ply red overkill shirt. Okay,
right.
So again, Zach's point of view likes the super duper better than the overkill. And again, there's no dig on a Rudy. It's more of a what works for you.
Yep.
And really, when it comes to, I think the reason why we like to put these out, the reason why I like to put these out, is powerlifting is a chess game. It really is. As much as everybody wants to believe it's all about going out there, getting nuts, and fucking putting up some numbers. If you're a competitor, you really have to think about it as a chess game. You got to know, like Zach said, if you're going to go out there and have to take a really high, risky 700 just to touch in a triple ply.
How many people you see bomb and bench after squats?
Yeah, that sucks. You don't want to do that. You want to be able to go to battle prepared as best as possible for the best possible outcome of that battle. You want to go to your meet knowing that the gear that you're lifting is going to work for you, which again is no dig. It just doesn't work for him in his bench compared to super duper.
Right.
But that's what he's finding out of it. So it's something for you guys to think about. I know a lot of people, especially newer geared lifters, think more plies the better. Not the case.
I've hit big numbers in single ply katanas.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was there. I was there. For your first single ply, your first geared meet.
Yep.
It was amazing.
Thank you.
We have video of that.
The whole meet. It's great.
We'll actually do a review. We're not we'll put footage of that because we're not talking about that right now. But that is a really great memory. We'll make a video later.
That's a fun meet for both of us. We're getting off tangent.
Yeah, that was a really good meet. We'll go back to it though. But
the big difference is, look at the collars and the difference. Yeah. The big collar difference between the overkills comparatively to the SDP. I mean, look at this collar. I mean, even my 3-ply is not much thicker than this. Look how much more collar you get out of that. You can jack the fuck out of an SDP compared to this. I've had both of them about below chest, back here. The overkill
That's girth, baby. Girth. Look at that.
That's right. Would you rather have a pencil dick or a Coke can? Go with the Coke can. That's the collar comparison right there. But I just couldn't. And again, the pop out of the bottom wasn't there for me either.
Yep.
The loading isn't an issue for me. I can get through loading in a shirt, no problem. For me, I'd rather safely be able to shave 100 pounds off a shirt bench, open with something light. You got to think, let me put it in terms this way. If you're training and you do max effort bench on its own day and it's still struggling to say, let's say you do bench 700, okay? And in overkill, you need 687 to get a touch that can be, it's risky. It's not smooth.
Oh.
And they think you just did a max effort squat. You made it through squats. I don't know how if you cut any, which probably not the brightest idea, how your refeeding was. If your body weight's a little down, if your body weight's up, any which way the way your body's sitting that day could be different. Your leverages are off.
That custom fit's not gonna fit you.
That's a lot of variables in a shirt. In SDP, well, this is where it shines. It's forgiving for things like that. The overkill, you need to be spot on with everything. So if you plan for a 680 perfect day opener and you're having a bad day, and it's taking everything in you to get just a touch, and then you can't finish it or you miss groove, that's a bomb, baby.
That's it.
I don't want to do that.
Game
I
over.
don't want to risk it.
But in the same sense, I'll be very, very honest and very fair. At the same time, I've seen some really great benches come from that shirt. When you make it, when you find that groove, when you find that where you need to be in that overkill shirt, oh boy, that thing is beautiful. But again, that's any equipment, though, right? When you find what works for you and you can make it work for you, that's what you're looking for.
Now, I've also had the fortunate side of I have judged over 100 meets at this point throughout the years. I've judged a couple RPS and many SPF meets throughout the years. I've got to head judge, side judge, all that. So I've got to see different people with different things. I've seen people go for 1,000-pound openers and overkills. I've seen people take 800-900 easy strokes and SDPs. I've got to see a variable, and that's where my conclusion came. That's where my interest came in an overkill. Because for a while, the overkill red line specifically was dominating. Lots of people are hitting big benches. To me, I kept coming back around. The more consistent shirt has been the SDP. And that's what I found for me. Just for me personally, the SDP is more consistent, which worked with me and my groove and my weight flexibility. I'm not always going to be 100% on point with my shirt. If I'm only 70 or 80% that day, say to meet where it matters the most, I want to be comfortable in my shirt knowing I can peel off a little bit of an opener and be fine. I don't want to have to give 110% to get an opener.
No.
Where am I going to go from there? So there comes a point of diminishing returns where more weight to open's bad.
Yeah.
So
hopefully that was beneficial to you guys to hear that other side of things. Again, no dig on Rudy, no dig on overkill. I personally love overkill stuff. Also love my SDP though. Not gonna lie, that's why I have both. Some days are SDP days, and some days are overkill days. You know, so. But anyway, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that button down below. Like the video if you like the content, guys, or have suggestions or requests for other videos. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. If you have any questions for Zach, leave a comment down below. We'll get him working on things
for sure. I'll try to peel away from WoW. I'm pushing rank 1 right now in Arena.
Wow, baby! Wow, baby! But the next video I think we're going to be doing is about our metal briefs.
Yes, my
single ply metal briefs, guys. We'll give you guys a review of that. Until next time, peace.